Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. This is part 8 of the All the Beer No Idea Oktoberfest series that I'm doing for the Oktoberfest season. A little thing that I've just chucked in there out of the blue. And the beer we are looking at is one that was actually sent to me from my good mate Liam over at Deep Into Brews Reviews. And it's from a brewery I've had nothing from before. And it's actually a German style beer. So that's great. I thought that one's got to go in there. It wasn't part of the ones that I bought to do the videos. To be honest, I didn't buy any of these beers to suddenly do this thing. I had no plans of sort of doing that, but I did pick a few fest beers up. But this one has made it in there because it is there. It's a German style beer. So a big thank you to Liam. Much appreciated, mate. Looking forward to it. It's a new brewery to me. They're out in Nottingham. And this is from Milestone Brewery. And this is a bottle of their Helles Lager, or Helles Lager, whichever way you want to pronounce it, I guess. And if I'm upsetting any Germans and it's pronounced Helles, well, there you are. If it's just pronounced Hells, there you go. Lovely artwork. There we go on the bottle. It's 500ml. This is coming in at 4.7% ABV. It's a plain silver crown. Not sure how much it cost. I'm sure you'll comment if he watches this video and let me know. True to its German name meaning bright, the refreshing Bavarian style lager offers a brilliant bright golden colour, pouring a 4.7% ABV, or pouring at 4.7% ABV. It masterfully balances a malty body with a crisp, refreshing finish, characterised by its low bitterness. So there we go. I've told you about the beer. Now I'm going to be putting it in a brewery who are out of Devon, Crediton, I think the place is, who specialise in German beer. So I'm going to put it in their sort of glass that they supply. So that's from Utopian. Like I say, they're out of Devon. So this beer is going in there just because I know they brew German beer. So let's just come out the fridge. Let's get her cracked open and see what we get. A big thank you to everyone that has subscribed to the channel and got me over the 3,000 mark and supported me over the 4.5 years I've been doing this. It's much appreciated. So yeah, let's get going. Let's get going. I was going to say some other stuff, but I couldn't think. Let's get this beer into a glass and see what we get. Now I know Liam's reviewed this beer, and I think JB's got a bottle of this too. JB hasn't reviewed it yet. I know Liam liked it, so I'm hoping I'm going to like it too. So beer in a glass. There we go. Golden, as it says. Plenty of carbonation because it's got a nucleated back end, if you like, or bottom end. So there's plenty of fizz going up there. And we've got a really compact sort of finger, white finger of fluffy head. It's looking like a sort of a thin head. So I don't think this is going to be the sort of head that adds body, but I could be totally wrong. So without further ado, let's dive in and have a sniffers, see what we get. Yeah, that's nice. That's got a nice aroma. The maltiness in there, slightly sweet. You get that little hoppy bite. A nice sort of bready note. There is maybe a tickle of citrus in there. I wouldn't say I'm picking it up massively, but I do think there is a little tickle in there of citrus. But it smells decent. And I like that when an English brewery, when they do a German style beer, if it smells good, it's always promising. Hopefully this beer is going to follow through on the taste. So we'll get the rest out. There is still a bit more in there. Look at that. A thing of beauty. Milestone and their Helles Lager out of Nottingham, 4.7%. A big thank you to Liam. Prost. Okay. Gonna have to go in again on this one. A little bit different to what I was expecting maybe. Body wise, 4.7%. It's got a lovely body on this beer. It really has got a little, it really has got a bit of density to it as you drink it. You feel the weight of it as you're drinking it. Carbonation is quite busy in there. It's quite small bubbles, but it's very spiky as you drink it. You can feel it going down. It is going to bring them flavours out. Not the smoothest, it's got to be said, with that carbonation, because the carbonation is quite busy. So it does roughen up the mouthfeel a little bit, and it's not the smoothest. The beer does go down a treat, that has got to be said. Malty, hoppy. You do get that hoppy bite. There's a flavour in this, and it shouldn't be any surprise, I guess, from the hops. You get that bite, that hoppy bite, and I think sometimes, on this occasion, I don't know what hops they've used in this, but it does have a very British sort of feel to it. It's got that sort of, I'm not going to say nasty, but it's got that British sort of twang that you get from some British lagers. Let's go in again. Pardon me, let me get the gas out first. And again. Yeah, malty, hoppy, a little bit of a lemon bite. You certainly get a little bit more sort of lemon citrus note in this as you drink it, not so much on the nose. You do get a touch of breadiness coming in, but again, it has just got that little bit of an English lager feel. Yeah, they're out of Nottingham, it's English, it's gonna I guess it's gonna have that sort of English hop feel to it. It's certainly not bad. There's nothing particularly nasty in there. Well, there is nothing really nasty. It's just that little hoppy sort of taste for me that you get from a lot of sort of English lagers. It's definitely got that crispness. It's got that clean feel. And like I say, that little twang sort of more comes in behind everything. Your first mouthful, you notice it. The more you drink it, it sort of comes in behind it. It's what that sort of hot bitterness sort of leaves you with, I'm going to say. 4.7% ABV. I think a lovely little bit in the middle there is lovely. 4.7% ABV. I think it's drinking pretty much on that. I mean, if you compared it to a standard sort of British lager, 4.7, you would say this tastes a lot stronger, but I'm going to say for doing that sort of hell style lager, I think they've got the ABV spot on really with that taste. It's a decent drop. It's a decent drop. It's not going to compete with the German stuff, but what it is clean, crisp, refreshing. It's a very decent beer. Probably, I'm going to guess, this is probably around the £2.50 mark, maybe £3. It's a decent effort. It feels, it's got that hoppy bite, maybe a bit more leaning towards Pilsner for me, and not enough sort of sweetness or bready notes, but very decent indeed. As you can see, it's gone down very easily. For me, this would be one, like I say, not up there with the German stuff, but it's one of them that if that was available near you, it's definitely the beer you would go for, because it's tasty, but again, nothing too taxing. It's one of them you can drink nice and easy, and you're not going to sit there and think about it too much, but you know you're going to have a half decent pint of beer. So yeah, Milestone Brewery out of Nottingham, and their Hell's Lager, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. It's for me, it's 95% there. There's just that little thing that could be down to my taste buds, but you certainly can't really knock it. It's a decent drop of beer that goes down easy, and to be honest, that's easy enough to drink, and that's what you want. So a big thank you to Liam. There was a little bit left in here. Let me get the rest out of it, top it up. A big thank you to Liam from Deep in Brews Reviews for sending me this. Much appreciated, mate. If you've had this beer before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Would I recommend going to get it? Yeah, get it if you see it. Give it a try. And that's it. So I'm going to say bonjour. That's French. Of course it is. I know it's French, but I don't know. I'm being daft now. I'll see you on another one. Cheers.